In this how-to tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to use the Streaming Plus service of Discovery Education. Up in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, you'll see My DE Services. If you click on the down arrow, you will see Streaming Plus. At the top of the screen, under the search bar, you will see Curriculum Standards Search. This is just one way to search for movies. So I'm going to click on Curriculum Standards Search now. Your services can be all services, or you can just search DE Streaming, which are the movies. But I'm going to choose to search for all services, which can also include games and lesson plans. North Carolina is already populated for you. Under Standards Document, it currently only says Common Core State Standards, but soon you should also see Essential Standards as well. Then select the subject of the movies or lesson plans you wish to search. I'm going to search Math this time. And then select your grade level. It immediately takes you to the curriculum standards for that particular subject and grade. If you notice, there's a plus beside each of the content standards. If you click the plus, it will expand so that you see the objectives listed below. You notice that each of these as well has a plus. If you click on the plus, it lists the content objectives that you can click on. So I'm going to click here. And Discovery Ed nicely provides the information that we need to teach that standard. So I can scroll through. You notice at the top there are many pages with resources that you can use. I'm going to pretend that we want to focus on fractions, and I'm going to look at this middle one here. You notice there are 11 segments in this movie, because who wants to watch a 30-minute video? So if you hover your mouse over the segments, you can choose which segment you want your students to focus on, because they may only struggle with one part of fractions. Let's just say that we're having trouble with adding and subtracting fractions with like denominators. So I'm going to click that. At this point, you'll see the movie, and of course you want to preview it to make sure the content is what it should be for your student. If you look over on the side, this is highlighted in a turquoise color. You have some options. If you click the plus, what it does is it drops that movie all the way down at the bottom of your screen so that you have a quick access to it if you want to show it for whole group or as a center. However, you can also click the down arrow. Clicking that will let you add to my content for later. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to add to my content. And I have already created folders in my content. You can do the same by clicking on Add Folder and then choose what area you would like. Since I want this to be in the Math folder, I'm going to click on Math and click the Add. And now that movie is in my content, which I will show you in just a few minutes what to do. Also, if you want to immediately assign it to your students, you can click the down arrow and you can assign to classroom or student. Here's where you have to assign the video of the date and when it's due, so you may assign it for an entire week or longer if needed. Then you select the class you want to assign it to. I don't have a regular class as you do, so I had created classes for each grade level. So I'm going to pretend that I'm going to assign it to my 3rd grade class. And it lists all of the students there. However, you may only have 3 or 4 students who actually need that particular movie. If so, you can hold down your option key and choose just the one, your command key, that need that particular video, and then save. I won't assign these because these students may or may not need this movie, but that's how you would do that. So I'm going to click the X to close. I'm going to show you how to go back up by clicking the close and close this window so that you can look at my content, because if you notice beside DE Services there's a My Content tab. So if I click that, it brings up my folders once again, and if I want to, I can go to a Math folder or another folder where I've saved something. Let me choose Social Studies because I know I have something there. And if you have saved something that later you think, well, I would really like to share this with my students, you can go over to Actions. You can assign it to your students. You can also delete it if you choose to, or you can add it to your quick list so you have immediate access as well. So there are many things that you can do with this. You can also create, if you want to, school content that the whole school has access. So if you're a third grade teacher and you're pulling resources and you want them available for multiple grades or teachers to use, you can create a folder such as second grade did here as well. One thing that I want to show you that I did, and I'm going to go back to Streaming Plus for a minute and show you that with this, it's very nice of them because they allow you to download their movies. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So I'm just going to choose a random movie. I'm not sure I'm even choosing the one I did before, and that's okay. I believe I did though. If I click on the link here, Math Mystery Fractions, it pulls up the movie, and if you notice at the top, there's a tab that you can download this to and keep it for a while. This will be especially nice whenever the time comes that our students are taking iPads home, because once it's downloaded, you can easily embed those in keynotes that the students can upload to their iPads and take home. Therefore, they won't need the internet to watch the movie. And we'll talk more about that as time comes to go one-to-one with our 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. But anyway, that's how you use Streaming Plus in a nutshell. I hope that you use this with your students. I think it'll be a great tool for differentiating instruction for them.